It was a Tuesday. Not just any Tuesday, but one of those Tuesdays that felt heavier than the rest. The kind where the weight of the world seemed to settle right on your shoulders the moment you opened your eyes. The kitchen light, that old fluorescent fixture, buzzed with a weary hum, casting a sickly yellow glow that made everything look old and tired. Even the chipped paint on the walls seemed to sigh with resignation. It amplified every imperfection, every sign of wear and tear, mirroring the exhaustion I felt deep in my bones. My children's laughter, usually a melody that lifted my spirits, echoed from the living room, a bright, joyful sound. They were blissfully unaware of the storm brewing inside me, the silent panic that threatened to engulf me. Their innocence was a stark contrast to the reality I was facing. With a hesitant hand, I opened my wallet. One single, solitary $10 bill stared back at me. That was it. Our lifeline until Friday. $10 for food, gas to get the kids to school, and anything unexpected life might throw at us. A forgotten school project, a sudden illness, the countless little emergencies that always seemed to pop up at the worst possible time. The weight of that single bill felt crushing, a physical manifestation of the immense pressure I was under. It felt like the hopes and dreams of my children rested on that flimsy piece of paper. Fear, that insidious voice, whispered that I was failing them, that I wasn't good enough, that I couldn't provide the life they deserved. It preyed on my deepest insecurities as a mother. But then, I looked at their faces, at their bright, trusting eyes, and knew, with a fierce certainty, that I had to be strong, even when I felt utterly empty, even when every fiber of my being screamed in protest. I had to find the strength I didn't know I possessed. This wasn't just about money, about the immediate lack of funds. It was about something far deeper, my ability to protect and provide, to create a safe and secure haven for my children, regardless of the circumstances. I took a deep breath, a long, slow, deliberate breath, and decided this $10 bill would be a challenge, an opportunity to prove my resilience, not a symbol of defeat. It would be a test of my creativity, my resourcefulness, and my unwavering love for my children. I promised myself I'd be defined by love and resilience, by the unbreakable bond I shared with my children, not by what I lacked, not by the temporary absence of financial security. I would focus on the abundance of love, laughter, and connection that filled our home. That day, I made a conscious choice to turn fear into a powerful lesson in strength. For me, to show them what true grit looked like, and for my kids, to teach them that even in the face of adversity, we could find a way to thrive. Our wealth would be measured not in dollars and cents, but in our unwavering will to overcome obstacles, in our ability to find joy in the simple things, not in the emptiness of our wallet. If you've ever felt that same fear, that gnawing anxiety of not knowing how you'll make ends meet, please know you're not alone. There are countless mothers who understand exactly what you're going through. Join our community. Let's share our stories, offer each other encouragement, and provide practical support. We can learn from each other's experiences and find strength in our shared struggles. No mother should face her $10 moment alone, feeling isolated and overwhelmed. We are stronger together. Together, we can turn scarcity into strength, transforming our challenges into opportunities for growth and connection. We can build a community where every mother feels supported, empowered, and capable of overcoming any obstacle. After my marriage ended, the landscape of my life shifted dramatically. The familiar structure I had known crumbled, leaving me to navigate uncharted waters. It was a period of immense change and uncertainty, a time when I had to redefine everything I thought I knew about myself and my future. I became the sole provider and a stay-at-home mom, a dual role that demanded every ounce of my energy and attention. Balancing work responsibilities with the needs of my children felt like a constant juggling act, a delicate dance between deadlines and diapers. Childcare costs made working impossible, a harsh reality that forced me to confront the financial constraints of single parenthood. The exorbitant fees associated with daycare seemed to swallow any potential earnings, leaving me with a difficult choice. So we learned to live on one income, a decision that required a complete overhaul of our spending habits and lifestyle. We had to become incredibly resourceful, finding creative ways to stretch every dollar and make ends meet. Every decision, from breakfast to weekends, was shaped by our new reality. Meal planning became an art form, and weekend activities were carefully chosen to be both enjoyable and budget-friendly. At first, it felt restrictive, like I was constantly saying no to my children and myself. The weight of financial responsibility pressed heavily on my shoulders, and I often felt overwhelmed by the challenges ahead. But slowly, I saw opportunity. I began to recognize the hidden blessings within our new circumstances, the chance to cultivate deeper connections and discover what truly mattered. We found abundance in simplicity. Story times, blanket forts, laughter, moments that filled our home with joy and connection. Our home became a sanctuary of love, not things, a place where we could always find comfort and support. Living on one income taught us resourcefulness and teamwork, skills that strengthened our family bond and instilled valuable life lessons in my children. Security wasn't in our bank account, but in our bond, in the unwavering love and support we shared. This journey is challenging, but it proves our strength isn't measured by money, but by the resilience of our spirit and the depth of our love. We are the heart of our home, and that's a power no paycheck can define. A love that transcends any financial limitations. In those early days, when every dollar felt like it was fighting for survival, our most crucial tool wasn't a fancy financial advisor or a complex investment strategy. Our survival tool was the budget. It was the simple act of planning that brought order to the chaos. I gave every penny a job, a specific purpose. It wasn't just about tracking expenses. It was about assigning value and intention to each and every dollar that came into our household. Rent, bills, the unavoidable necessities that kept a roof over our heads and the lights on, groceries, gas, the essentials that fueled our bodies and kept us moving. The cash envelope system kept us disciplined. It was a tangible way to visualize our spending limits and hold ourselves accountable. When the envelope was empty, spending stopped. There were no exceptions, no swiping the credit card just this once. This system made money real again, forcing us to confront the physical limitations of our resources and forced us to ask, is this a want or a need? A question that cut through impulse and brought clarity to our choices. I planned ahead for birthdays, carefully allocating funds to celebrate loved ones without breaking the bank. School needs and holidays, anticipating these expenses and saving incrementally to avoid the stress of last-minute scrambling. Building small savings over time, even small amounts, consistently saved, could create a buffer against unexpected challenges. This approach gave me control and reduced stress. It was empowering to know exactly where our money was going. Budgeting became an act of love and stability for my kids. It showed them the value of planning and responsible decision-making. It wasn't about deprivation, but empowerment. It was about making conscious choices that aligned with our values and goals. Our budget was our plan for freedom and peace of mind. It was the roadmap that guided us toward a more secure future. With intention, I steered our family through uncertain waters, armed with the knowledge and confidence that came from a well-crafted budget. The kitchen became my command center for savings. I planned meals around sales, cooked once to eat multiple times, and shopped smart, embracing store brands and discounted produce. Cooking from scratch saved money and brought us together. The kids helped in the kitchen, turning chores into cherished moments. Our pantry was stocked with staples like beans, rice, and oats. We learned that a meal made with love is the most luxurious feast. Our thrifty kitchen became a source of pride and resilience. With no entertainment budget, we discovered the best things in life are free. The library became our second home. Books, story times, and community events. Nature was our playground, parks, picnics, and endless adventures. At home, we got creative. Backwards days, living room dance parties, and homemade plays. Fun wasn't bought, it was created together. These free activities deepened our bond and filled our lives with laughter. My children craved my time, not things. Our life was rich in love and joy, not money. The challenges of single motherhood go beyond finances. The loneliness and responsibility can feel overwhelming. Stress was constant. Every unexpected event felt like a crisis. I found relief in journaling and evening walks, small acts of self-care that kept me going. Practicing gratitude shifted my focus from scarcity to abundance. Even in struggle, our lives were filled with blessings. To every single mom, it's okay to feel overwhelmed and to ask for help. Your emotional well-being matters as much as your budget. Find your support system. Community makes us stronger. You are a warrior, and you are not alone. That $10 moment was a beginning, not an end. It forced me to discover strength I never knew I had. This journey taught me that true wealth is love, resilience, and family. Single mothers are resourceful, powerful, and creative. We build beautiful lives from small victories and daily courage. Your story matters. Your strength inspires others. Hold on to hope, even on the hardest days. Celebrate your wins and remember you are part of a powerful sisterhood. Share your story and join our community of support. Together we are stronger, always.